Hello everybody and welcome back to my Narcissistic series. This one I'm going to really delve deep because this is after the realization and the shock here of this person that you met here. It was all fake, it was all fake. And they've taken off their mask and they're just being this person that they truly are. And they're extracting validation from everybody, anybody in sight. They will extract validation, and this could be from family members, from triangulation, as I said before, and anybody. You'll be walking down the street, in the supermarket, in a bar, in a restaurant, and this is where you'll notice. This mask comes off, and this is a very, very hard lesson to learn when you realise that this is all a lie, guys, and all a lie. So, you go for them nice strolls, romantic strolls, the love bombing side of it, where you're hand in hand. But now that the mask is off, and they're just looking for any supply they can get, and this is in public, and you start to notice this. They're looking everywhere they go. They're looking for validation, and you're looking at, and you think, and you're in shock. You're actually in shock of where has this person gone? Who is this horrible, arrogant, horrible person who has no empathy or no care of how you feel about this? All they're interested in is getting their narcissistic fix. That's all they're interested in. They don't care about you standing by them like that, and you're thinking, and this is where it starts to dawn on you. I would say this is the first thing that you notice out in public, and you're kind of, oh my God, what is going on here? I have why is he doing that? Why is he looking at everyone here? And why is he trying to get validation from, well, you don't see it as validation at that point. You're just trying to work out what the hell
the thing is,
is going on.
They know what they're doing. They know that triangulating you like this with somebody else is going to cause this response. Well, they want it to cause a response of jealousy, so you actually fight harder to keep them and fight harder to give them more and more and more narcissistic supply. This is why they do this. This is why they triangulate. This is why they try to make you jealous. This is why they do this in public. This is why they keep chipping away at your self-esteem of that triangulation. Why did you do that? Why did you say that? Why did you even want to do that? And
well, the thing is, you kind of don't get jealous. So you may get jealous, but in all reality, somebody doing this in front of you is disrespectful. Totally disrespectful, and this hurts. It hurts. It's not the fact that they are trying to triangulate you to make you insecure and work harder for them. It actually it's humiliating. It humiliates you, and this is part of the devaluation too. But it's like, what's your problem? what do you know, what they're trying to do is extract narcissistic supply from you, so they know what they've done, and they'll sit there and they'll say, well, what's your problem? What are you sitting there sulking for God's sake? Or why don't you just grow up and stop being stupid? You know what, I can't even walk around a supermarket or walk down the street without you telling me. And they're just trying to extract some kind of narcissistic supply, and you're sitting there totally humiliated by the whole experience, like this person has got no respect. They don't have any empathy of how you feel. All they're interested in is goading you to actually get a response from you. Drama, okay? And what that does, it's like it feeds that hollow shell, okay? So you respond very, very angry. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Why am I sat there sulking? You know, that you humiliated me in public. And you see, the narcissist kind of didn't do it for that reason, or they did do it for that reason. But they did it to make you jealous, to triangulate you. And they possibly didn't even do that. They possibly was just looking at other people to actually get narcissistic supply from other sources, not just you. And you know, it's like you didn't kind of exist. I feel that's the real reason. It's like you didn't even exist, and they're thinking they're like a 5-year-old in a man's body or a woman's body, and they're saying, "What? Why are you having a go at me?" And you know, they forget everything that they've done. They've got no concept of what they've done, and it's like, why are you having a go at me? What, I'm not allowed to walk down the street anymore, or go to a supermarket or anything like that? Hang on, you humiliated me. This is what you're trying to say, but they don't feel that. You see, narcissists don't feel this. And here you are, upset, humiliated, and you're actually giving this person narcissistic supply. So they need to wiggle their way out of this, because they're thinking, oh, maybe I did do something wrong here. It's your fault. Okay, don't you speak to me like that. This is your fault. You have some kind of issue. You're insecure. You're too insecure. You're too jealous. You know, and they start to have a go at you, and it's like it's all your fault. And if you didn't you're so damn possessive, you're so jealous, you're so, you know, you have no value for yourself. You know, why don't you just grow up, you know, and be a grown up? And it's all part and parcel of this devaluating you. And you're kind of, oh my God. You're kind of looking at this person, pointing their finger at you in this fashion, and you're thinking to yourself again, you know, where is this person gone who I fell in love with? Now it seems that I have got some kind of spoilt brat here, and this is where you can't believe it. This person cannot kind of be responsible for their kind of disgusting behaviour, and not just that, doing it in front of everybody. It's like valuing somebody else and making you look. It is kind of humiliating. So this is where you become in shock, and you're stood there looking here and realising, you know, this is like the first time you're realising this person, there's something wrong with this person. This person has blatantly hurt me, humiliated me, and actually blaming me for my insecurities, my jealousy, all just because they just wanted to just do what they wanted regardless of me being there, and didn't care about my feelings, did not care about how I was feeling, did not respect me. So it starts to dawn on you that there's something wrong, and this is like a shudder to your foundations when this kind of happens. And you're kind of, it's like you're in another planet, and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is not the person that I met. And you may even say that to this narcissist. You know, this is not the person I met, and I don't want to be with somebody like this. I don't want to be with somebody like this who does this, who humiliates me in front of people, and all of this, and then suddenly you will get this narcissist breaking down in tears, and saying to you, oh my God, you reminded me of my ex-wife, and it's bringing back all of this trauma from my past. I can't cope with this, and you're doing this to me. You're making me so. Why are you doing this? Why are you saying these things? And it's, you know, it's all your fault. And the narcissist will make you look like the abuser. You know, I didn't, you know, I'm sorry, you know, actually there's no sorry. They don't say sorry. Narcissists never apologise or own up or take responsibility for any kind of bad behaviour. So all of a sudden they're breaking down in tears. You're kind of really kind of looking at this person. One minute they're pointing their finger at you, the next minute they're actually crying their eyes out, and you really don't know how to respond to this, but you know that something is really, really wrong here. Something is wrong with this person, and it's kind of starting to you're starting to wake up to this situation. And
I feel I did it because you pushed me to this. I didn't look at, I did not look at anyone. I did not flirt with anyone. I did not degrade you at all. It's all in your head. That's all. It's you're thinking that. It's all in your head. You know, and why they do that is because they're master manipulators. They're gaslighting you so you start to question your own perceptions and your own boundaries. Why? So that you do not have a boundary. They don't want you to have any boundaries. They want you to be like them with no boundaries, so they can do what the hell they like, and you don't say anything about it, because you know they don't want you to have any self-worth or self-esteem. They don't want you to have any kind of integrity or any kind of virtues or morality. They want to destroy all that. In fact, they want to destroy you completely, because they hate you, really. They hate you deep down because of all the things that you possess. The capability of compassion, love, affection, that you may have had an amazing kind of upbringing that they didn't have, and they did not, you know, they may see your achievements as like how they are such a failure that they could not achieve. And when you wake up to this and realise that this has been going on all along, right from the beginning, you kind of see this as, how can I put this? You see this as it's all kind of been words, it's all been fake, it's all been manipulation, and it's never been about love. It's never been about love.
Oh, and then you discover that you're not allowed to have an opinion. This is the next thing here, the manipulation. Every time you've got an opinion, this narcissist will attack you and rage at you because they don't want you to have any kind of thought of your own or any kind of opinion. And this is like, you start to, at this point in this kind of narcissistic abusive relationship, you kind of realize that this narcissist just wants an object, and they don't want you to have all these thoughts and feelings, and they try to, well, you know, this is going to affect your self-esteem. To every time you have an opinion, they shout it down and they make it like, you know, you don't know nothing. You know, here you go again with your, you know, your kind of demands, and here we go again with do this, do that, you know, and they do this deliberately. They want you to be an empty shell. They just want you to be an object, and they goad you as well to actually respond. And you know, when you see this, when you see this, you are a self-respecting, intelligent person, and when you see this, you can't believe it. You cannot believe what's in front of you, and this is trying to get your head around this. This is the most difficult part of narcissistic abuse, is actually sitting there and observing and not allowed to have any opinion, say anything, or kind of have any kind of needs. You're not allowed to have any wants or needs, and you just got to sit there. And this is why you think, I can't even open my mouth here. I cannot believe this person, you know, and you're treading on eggshells. You're treading on eggshells. You're sitting on another sofa, maybe. You're trying to get your head, trying to work all of this out. It's very confusing. This narcissist, as soon as you say, what's going on here? You know, can you explain to me what's going on? And this narcissist, what do you mean what's going on? Here we go again. You're starting an argument yet again, aren't you? You're having a go at me again. You're always having a go at me, and you're thinking, oh my God. And you can't even say that. You cannot even say that. And, you know, and this is where you learn in this kind of relationship. If you ask for any kind of questions to be answered, why this person is behaving like this, why can I not have an opinion? Why can I not have any needs met? Why is, you know, and then you soon realise that if you do have an opinion, as I said, this can turn into, you start to say things like, there's something wrong with you. You know, this is not normal. You need to go and see someone. And this person, they get more and more angry. They start to get pissy, and then they get angry, and then they have this narcissistic rage. This narcissistic rage is so frightening, guys. This absolutely shatters you from the core. And they know that this does this because this is part of this control, and they this is also a narcissistic injury. When you start to say there's something wrong with you, you're opening up that wound that, you know, they're trying to hide by putting on this mask and this fake persona. So when you kind of point out that there's something wrong with you, this is not normal, you shouldn't act like this, this person will go crazy, and this can be quite dangerous. You know, they can manhandle you, they can throw things around the room, And you know, this episode of this narcissistic rage actually leaves you in pieces, because it is just so horrific. And all you learn to do from that point on is to sit there so quietly in the corner like some kind of object that they can feed off when they want to feed off you. And that could be anything. It could be when they need some adulation, and you find yourself pretending, because if you're in a relationship with like this, you have to get through, you know, if you live with this person, you have to get through the day with this person, or you're homeless. And these narcissists always have to have power over you, so they're always kind of threatening you with homelessness, or they're always threatening you with, you know, if you do that again, I'm going to throw you out, kind of thing. And it's like you cannot breathe in this kind of atmosphere, and you're praying to God. You're actually praying to God, please get me out of here. Because all of your needs, what you're doing with your needs is you're pushing all of these needs down. And you feel like, you know, you feel like exploding, but you can't explode, because you know this is going to, you know, show this narcissist that you have feelings and you have needs and wants. And you know, if you do that, you're going to cause this narcissistic rage. So it starts to dawn on you, oh my God, what have I done? Who is this person? This person has lied to me. You know, this person could have, they lie, narcissists lie, they're pathological liars. They will tell you that they want to marry you, they want to, and you know, at that part of the love bombing stage, they want to sweep you off your feet so you get addicted. And you're thinking to yourself at this point, they have lied to me. How did I get into this situation? I'm so clever, I'm intelligent, I'm wise. How did I get into this situation? Why? Because they lied to you. They lied, and this is also very hard to understand, that anybody can lie to you to actually get you into this situation here.
You will, once you do decide to leave this situation, because it is reported that, well, in research, that you return to a narcissist because you want to try to fix this situation, because you know, you believe in love, you believe that you can help this person to get better, to be a better person. You can guide them, you can, and that's what they want from you. They want you to guide them, they want you to, you know, try to fix them, but they're not fixable. They are, you know, they're broken. It's like having a robot that's broken, that doesn't work anymore. That's what narcissists are. But empathic people and caring and loving people and intelligent people, believe it or not, go back around 7 times before they realise
that this person is damaged. And when you keep going back to a person, you don't do it because you just want to get this over and over again. This is where you realise that there's a cycle to this person's behaviour. It's a cycle of abuse. That's what they call it. But it's also this. It's like this programming of the narcissist. You know, it's as I said, it starts with the tension building. and then, you know, it builds up, they get really, really pissy, and then they have, you know, they say, no, this is you, and they say, no, you need to, you kind of say, no, there's something wrong here, and you're pointing out this flaw in this narcissist here, and you're opening up this narcissistic wound, and you don't mean to do this, but you create an incident which is a narcissistic rage. Now from this here, narcissistic rage, there is a cooling off period. They go into a very kind of silent treatment after this incident, and then they reach this kind of, after the silent treatment, then it's the reconciliation, and then it's back to calmer waters, and then the whole thing starts all over again with tension building, the incident. So at this point, it's like after the silent treatment, there's like this reconciliation, and the narcissist will not take any blame for this. You know, it'll be like, you realise this is your fault, and if you hadn't have kept nagging me and keep asking me all them questions, I wouldn't have got into that, you know, you should leave me alone. You should leave me alone. If you left me alone, I would not be like this. I mean, of course they're going to be like this, guys. This is a personality disorder, and they're fixed in this kind of loop. They're in a loop, guys. It's a loop, and they come back, this calming period, this reconciliation. They say, you know, this is your fault. You shouldn't ask me. You shouldn't probe me. You should, if I get like that, you should walk out of the room. And this is where, you know, after a few times of going back to this, you recognise that is a cycle. There's a loop to this person's behaviour, and it's always blaming you. They never blame anybody else. They don't never take the blame or the responsibility or accountability. It's your fault that they behaved in this way.
Why are you saying
so there
that?
Is this realisation.
You want that love bombing phase to return, your soulmate to return, and they do. They start to, you know, it's push pull, it's hot and cold, and they do this because it's mind control. They get you addicted to that love bombing fake persona they put on at the beginning when they were wearing that mask. So what do? They pick up that mask again, and they just stick that mask back on, and they're that nice guy again. What, you're going to give up on me? I'm that nice guy, the person you dreamt of. You're just going to let this go? So
in all essence, they hoover you back, and then this is part of the trauma bond too. They get you trauma bonded to them. You know, with this cycle, it's also to trauma bond you here, and you know, they start to hoover you back and love bomb you back. But every time that you return back to a narcissist at this point, when they hoover you back, their narcissistic cycle of abuse gets worse. It gets worse and worse and worse. And the more of this rage you will see, and less of the cooling down period, and the reconciliation phase will be very kind of short, and it will be more chaotic and more chaotic, because these people, narcissists, have a very chaotic mind, and they try to hide that. That's what they try to hide, guys. This chaotic personality disorder, and they fake who they truly are. At this point, you start to realise, and you go back and you get hoovered, but you're starting to realise that this person's getting worse and worse and worse each time you go back here. And this is just, it's just so horrible. It really is, guys, when you realise
And that's where the realisation comes in. You keep going back to try to fix it. Because you believe in marriage, you believe that, you know, you made those vows, so you go back and try to help this person. And they will fake it too. Oh yeah, we'll go to, you know, we will go to that marriage guidance. We will do that together. We will work through this together. And it's all a lie, guys. It's a lie. It's a lie. They use you as like an anchor, so they can continue with their they've got you secured as the grade A supply there, believing all this bullshit, while they go and get, you know, while they go and get grade B supply, grade C supply. They're all less than you because they can't get any, but unless they do meet somebody at your level, they will leave you, especially if you've got nothing to give them. So the devaluation stage is until you kind of wake up to this and think, oh, I cannot fix this person, I cannot help. By this time you have, you know, you've lost who you are. You're suffering from maybe PTSD because you've been shocked so much by this person's rages over and over and over again, and it's all your fault. In the end, you realise it's not your fault. In the end, you realise that this person has lied to you. How many other people has this person lied to get what they want, to feed that narcissistic supply? How many other people have this person triangulated me with to make people jealous of me, to actually get their narcissistic supply? We'll look into that too. I have to say, guys, these people are very sick. They're very sick human beings, and you can get borderline. Not everybody's full blown, but all cluster B narcissistic, all cluster B personality disorders, all at different kind of stages on the spectrum. They're all pretty much like this. Even if they sometimes are aware that, okay, I shouldn't have done that, because they're bipolar are like this. And I say, oh, I shouldn't have done that, but I did do that. I know that was a bit train wrecky, but how can I kind of redeem myself from this? And all this is going on, but they do things spontaneous. They do things without thinking. They will even tell you about this, you know, oh gosh, you know, I do things without even thinking sometimes. You know, you get all of the red flags. You do. So this is the devaluation. Just to summarise, it is to deconstruct you piece by piece. They want you to feel how they feel or are felt in their life, like a nothing. And I'm going to leave it there, okay? Please follow me for the next episode, which is going to be about scapegoating, deflection, and why they triangulate too. Okay, and bye for now. Bye bye.